guys, welcome to the 6th day of 24 days of Christmas. Now, as you can tell from the title, we're doing a festive cheese plate on a budget. And I just want to show you like the basics of doing a really simple cheese plate and making it look nice, even though it's not that much a huge effort and it's not humongous either. So, if you want to know how I made this, let's go ahead and get started. Don't you like my wonderful cheese plate? Like, look at it. It's amazing, beautiful. Got some bread, some brie, some Scottish cheddar, some Gouda, some Gorgonzola that you can't really see because it's at the back. We've got a lot of different charcuterie selections. So we've got salami, we've got prosciutto, we've got serrano ham, and we've also got some olives, we've got apples, we've got black grapes, some French baguette, a French stick, and we've got, I don't know if you can see it at the very corner, I just popped a little basil leaf in there from my little plant that I'm growing. And we've got some mango chutney and some strawberry cranberry kind of spread. So, and in the middle here we also have honey. So I feel like I look a little bit pasty, excuse that, we need a lot of lighting, it's very dark in this room for some reason. So yeah, I've got myself a glass of wine. I opened a glass of wine. This is the Barefoot Moscato. It's a sweet wine actually. This is my favorite wine, and I really didn't want to open like several bottles of wine just because of this, because I'm going to be eating this basically by myself. So I just thought I'd treat myself to this bottle of wine and, you know, try to at least go halfway. I mean, that's very easy, but let's not even talk about that. Obviously, needless to say, there's alcohol involved, so you need to be over 18 or over 21 depending on your country where you live in. So alcohol's only for adults, okay? Not promoting people to drink alcohol underage. I'm 23, okay? We're good to go. Also, quick disclaimer, excuse my nails. I had no time to do my manicure and started doing this video, and I was like, look, I've already opened everything. I've realized my fingers look like shaves. So, like shaves, get the bun. So yeah, excuse that. I mean, I'm sure all of you have been through this. You've had a bit of a nail situation. So anyway, that aside, let's go ahead and get started and let me show you how I create this little platter.
Okay, so the first ingredients that you need are obviously 4 types of cheeses, different types, hard, semi-hard, soft, and just like a strong one. Then obviously you need some kind of fruit, something to carry into your mouth, a baguette, utensils, and then your savory and sweet things along with your cured meats and any other garnishes that you might need. So just try to get like a few of these things. I always say like 3 or 4 is good for like a budget-based cheese plate for like 2 to 3 people. So first things first, I would tell you to put all the stuff that you need to put in the oven first. And I'm using the brie and the camembert brie dish, oven-safe dish. And this is a very nice cheese. I absolutely love brie. It's my favorite cheese ever. Quite soft, not as stinky as camembert, but tastes absolutely amazing. And then I'm just making an X to like, you know, let a little opening for the cheese to like sink in with the nutmeg that is sprinkling on top. And then a squeeze of honey to like, you know, let all the flavors mix. This is my absolute favorite way to eat like brie or camembert. Absolutely love it. Then I'm going to leave both the baguette and the brie for about 10 minutes in the oven at 180 degrees of a fan oven. So to start off, you have to place your cheeses. So, your cheeses. I'm using the Gorgonzola, and this is like a blue cheese. This is like a strong cheese. So, that's why I say like always like a strong cheese, and I semi-hard cheese like this one. This is Gouda. And I just cut a piece off. I don't put the entire thing because it's like 2 to 3 people. It's not a lot. And you just try to make it like a nice size for people to grab. Obviously, if the cheese starts running out of the plate, then you can just go and like cut some more. But then I grab the Scottish cheddar and slice a little bit piece like that, and I try to arrange them as like the best way I can. And my number 1 tip would be to get this slate board. I'll link it down below if I can find it, but just get a regular slate board and then a chalk marker and just put the names of the cheeses down there, because if it's like a gourmet one or something, I'm just showing you a budget friendly one for students, for 2 to 3 people. It's just very easy to get your hands on. But I would highly recommend like doing this. It just like makes it a little bit more fancy. And obviously, as you can see there, I'm just cutting the Gouda a little bit shorter because everything needs to fit. And I'm trying to put all the cheese into this one small plate, not to be huge. I love making huge like charcuterie boards, cheese plates, whatever you want to call them. But yeah, that's my number one tip to make it look a little bit more fancy schmancy. And then I'm placing the grapes in the middle. And for the prosciutto, for different types of meat, I do a different type of folding. Now, obviously, remember to keep your hands clean. Don't touch your face. Don't do anything. You're doing this by yourself, so you want to keep your hands clean. So yeah, I'm just rolling the prosciutto. This prosciutto is absolutely amazing. All of these things, I think all of them are actually from Lidl. I'm not entirely sure about that, but yeah. So you can see I'm folding the salami in half and then folding it again and having that little, like, you know, I don't know what to call it, like fluffy bit on the top. And then for the serrano ham, I just fold it and then kind of like, you know, turn it so it looks like one little piece, so you can tell it's different types of meat and it's just easy to grab. That's my first tip, make it easy to grab. And I would also say try to get these 3 different types of meats. And then for a little bit of crunch, a little bit of different flavor, I would tell you to grab some walnuts and sprinkle some other nuts that you have. I currently had some peanuts in there and it actually tastes quite nice with these things. So I just sprinkled it around and tried to separate the meats from the cheese, and then added a little bit of garnish. The oven was ready. The bread was ready, not the oven. So I took everything out. I took the brie, and this is the bit where it gets a little bit hard. You have to make sure that there's space for absolutely everything. Be careful because the dish is hot. And once you finish doing up your plate how you want, then you move on to like the little dips and little things to make like the whole cheese experience delicious. So I'm just using an egg, like it's actually an egg dish, a boiled egg dish, and I just put some honey in there with one of these honey, what are these called? Just honey utensils. I don't know what they're called. I've forgotten. Sorry guys. And I just squeeze a little bit honey on top so it's nice and like in there. And then for the strawberry and cranberry spread, I just use a spoon in there and leave it in there. And then I use some mango chutney. So that's like a sweet one and then like a sweet, like salty, not too salty. So it gives a little bit of a different experience. This is absolutely amazing with like the mango chutney I like with the Gouda, and then the sweet one I like it with the cheddar. Like I just combine it with different ones. And then obviously for the middle of the actual cheese plate, I like to put some olives. I love black olives. They're pitted, and you could also fold them up and put them in that tiny dish, or you could just leave them as is. Depends on what you like. And then as you can see, I also cut some apples for that little crunch. You just cut it in slices, not too much. You know how to cut an apple, guys. So yeah, I just made some space in the center, and then I decided to kind of place the apple in a bouquet type of style. I used a small one and I used half of it, but I would recommend actually using the entire one and then laying them out like yeah, as you can see I tried to do it, but I mean a full apple would help. Just laying them on top of each other in kind of like a circular motion, and then I'm ready with that cheese board. So yeah, this is basically the cheese board ready. It's nice, quick, budget friendly. It's very festive. It's a little bit of something like a little bit of a va-va-voom of a dinner. It's that adding that oomph. So I just tell you to enjoy with whomever you're sharing it with. I'm sharing it with my sister right now, and just enjoy a little bit of that, you know, extra detail that someone did for you, or you could do it for someone else. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, don't forget to watch my vlogmas, and I'll see you in my next Christmassy video, guys. Bye!